Alliance versus Chicken Fighters, where we are going to be watching two teams that have a lot on the line here for this final series. Not just for Alliance, right? Just because, you know, they're trying to go forward, but also for Chicken Fighters who are trying to get themselves in that upper bracket. That's what it could mean. That's why the odds are very even, though these two teams are very, very closely matched up, at least theoretically. Yeah. Do you think they're actually matched up evenly inside the game, though?
I actually like Alliance's draft.
Okay.
It's a pretty good PL game. I'd say Puck is kind of an issue, but I don't know if Chicken Fighters necessarily has damage. I actually think it's less about the Necrophos and more about this DK, because they're going to need him to have a good start. Like, if he beats Limp mid, then maybe. Because I could see them having a hard time taking down Necrophos, Quap, and PL.
Yeah. They'll just run out of damage at some point in time.
Yeah, I think the Queen of Pain has to go pretty ham this game to like space crate. I think Alliance have two supports that are always a kill combination, which I think is pretty cool. Like Cask plus Earthshaker stun into like Maledict ulti is always going to be a kill, in my opinion. So maybe Limp gets free. Ah, dude, come on.
There's a lot of those combos, right? Like, because you have a lot of damage coming from your supports mixed with the Necrophos, that can be a kill combo, and then you've got a Queen of Pain.
Yeah, I think Era has a big job ahead of him too. He always has to catch like the Necrophos or the Earthshaker, and he needs to get a decent Spirit Vessel timing for this game to be reasonably close. Like, I think if he gets a really late Spirit Vessel, they could run into issues here.
Well, Era does try and push the enemy team back, and he does, securing themselves to bounty runes, actually 3. Saberlight got the other one against the Phantom Lancer, so a good start here for Chicken Fighters.
Had to orb for it, but, you know, no problems.
So it looks like Era is... I thought maybe there was a small chance he was going to be bottom, and then I remembered, oh, it's an Earthshaker. He's just going to Fissure block the wave, so there's no point in trying to tri-lane or shut down that Necrophos.
I think Supreme's also had a really good tournament, by the way. Like, speaking of players that went a little bit underrated and led to success, I think Supreme's been playing very well. But I do think Chicken Fighters, unless their laning phase goes well and they get items, they really lack for damage, in my opinion. Because this Dragon Knight's going to go Blink Dagger first, ideally, right? Against all these heroes that he has to get on top of.
Sure.
But he doesn't really have burst damage. So they need, like, Clockwork to go into, get a Spirit Vessel off on this Necrophos so that he can hit him for free. And they can actually burst him. But I feel like if I'm Necrophos in this game, I'm thinking like this is a really free game.
Well, Supreme isn't loving this mid matchup right now, both in harassment and he's actually missing out on a lot of CS. I've been watching it so far. Limp's doing a really good job controlling that. But eventually DK shrugs off the harassment, right, with the Dragon's Blood. It just becomes purely about who gets more CS.
DK is fine in that lane at some point. He just needs to get his like bracers or soul ring, whatever he decides to go in this game. Probably has to go soul ring, actually, in my opinion, because he's against a PL too. I think the mana burn's pretty annoying.
Yeah, that makes sense. A Puck Clockwork lane at top against Phantom Lancer Witch Doctor. Which I could see a kill happening on that Witch Doctor, but otherwise I don't think that Phantom Lancer is going to die unless he gets precariously low against all that nuke damage from Saberlight's Puck.
Yeah, and I think Eco Baby is probably the best hero in this game. He paces really nicely against Naga Siren, in my opinion. I think we saw that matchup actually early on in this tournament. In fact, I believe it was Charlie playing the Naga Siren too. I can't remember which team it was, but he was against the PL and he could just never catch up in farm, or he was always like one fighting item behind. Whereas the PL could just fight nonstop. I mean, you can look that game up if you want, but I'm pretty sure they played a Naga versus PL game in which they lost.
Maybe we could check out who they lost to. Bottom lane. Seems like just a lot of farming all around. Like, it feels like we're going to have a very intense mid game with a lot of kills, but these side lanes, it's not necessarily going to be about kills so much, just CS score. As I imagine Seneco is going to be bouncing back and forth.
It was versus Navi. Navi had PL Nature's Prophet against Naga. And the PL just literally fought non-stop.
And that says a lot more considering the fact that the matchup isn't. That's not like a fantastic team. Navi's been a little off kilter the last 6 or 8 days. Era trying to stop the pull, but one little ghost snuck through.
He's pretty underleveled right now on Era. Hasn't really been able to get too much accomplished here, but Saberlight also just has a ton of levels himself. He's already a full level ahead of the Phantom Lancer, so he's having quite a good game right now.
Oh, S4. This might be our first blood. In fact, it is Sineko. They managed to just block him very slightly with the Treants. It wasn't really that much, but in the end, they do manage to get the kill on S4.
That's pretty crazy. I did not expect him to die in that lane.
No, I didn't either. I thought he would just always be getting CS and therefore always have his
That's a zero
going.
Disable lane. In fact, like, yeah, there's just no way to stop him, really. It's alright, though. Maybe he can recover. He actually only has 12 CS. Like, I thought this lane would be much more free for him than top is. And they actually did level net, so that makes a little bit more sense. Although I don't know if he just leveled it. It makes more sense to me that he went 2-0-1.
Not for you.
Simiges will get farmed up. I guess that is part of it, right? You don't get the stacks for the illusions, so maybe he's been focusing so much on killing illusions. Oh, nice trap there, but is it actually going to be good for Era? Era's trying to get the first kill on Zibe. Does manage to get that. His life will be traded out here, but Saberlight gets free opportunities to land damage on Nico Baby and still has his orb up. And now another silence, so he's pushed back Nico Baby and we'll get some free time CSing.
Yeah, good amount of damage that he put out there.
Yes.
But Supreme continues to be really low in this lane, although Limp is pretty much out of mana. Can do one more dagger. He's gonna get denied too. Supreme gonna breathe fire, secure himself at least one of the range creeps. Mid lane looks pretty decently favored for the Queen of Pain, and S4 is messing with Sineko now. Maybe he gets one more nuke off with the stun.
Maybe
they have enough
can kill him if they just keep on walking at him. Charlie's going to come in. He does have a fairy fire that'll heal him up a decent amount outside of the kill range, and Charlie will get some free damage in. I'm not sure.
This is what I expected the lane to look like, which is why I was a little bit surprised that S4 died.
Yeah, and they even get a courier for it. Sineko, miss micros there. Can we take a look at the net worth? Because I know that our Queen of Pain may be top CS, but is actually behind the Dragon Knight when it comes to just net worth.
Ooh, must have spent a lot on mangoes themselves or something.
Yeah, it looks like he was really trying to punish that
he lost
Dragon
the rune
Knight as much
gamble.
as he can, and now missing out on the rune. Hanskin's on the other side, so he will take the Arcane Rune. I'm not sure why he didn't just take it before the Fissure. I guess maybe he really wanted to give it to Limp if possible, but Supreme does force it out of him now. Queen of Pain. All of that pressure she was putting on the DK before, but now the DK is in ranged form, can go for the stun at any point in time, and can put some really good harassment on that mid tower. Doesn't have the stun yet, but
I like the debate here.
Concept.
He wants to make sure that they punish Supreme for walking up that cliff. But I don't know how much they can do. He's pretty tanky. He still has a Fairy Fire as well. Like, this is not an easy commitment at all.
He's not taking damage. Every single time Hanskin right-clicked him, there was nothing that was being done. The only thing that was really taking him down was Maledict and the Shadow Strike, but that is easily rectified with time. Top is Nico Baby, but there are 3 cores right behind him in Chicken Fighters, and still really concerning that Limp is so far down in net worth. He's now 400 behind the DK and is last in all the cores.
Zibe is going to D-ward once, but good news for them is Nico Baby still has pretty good farm. Bad news for them though is, like, so does pretty much everybody on the side of Chicken Fighters. Like, I thought the laning phase would go a lot worse for them, personally. I think I overestimated, I guess, Alliance's laning phase heroes. Do you see why people pick DK against Queen of Pain though? Yeah. All these, like, mobile heroes that don't have the best ability to trade, like, mana for HP, that's the lanes that they struggle in. because you want to be able to like nuke somebody down, keep them out of lane dominate from there. But Dragon Knight hard counters that.
Not quite enough to get the kill with the Reaper's Scythe, but they will still bring down Seneko. Another push onto the mid lane, but another time that Zibe is going to be sitting here trying to protect that tower like you were talking about. It still means it's a Queen of Pain that isn't allowed to move around the map. So not only are you in a losing lane matchup now quite heavily, but you are now stuck somewhere you don't want to be. And they don't have a support that really takes the lane for him.
No one can really defend him off of this tower, so they both have to be here. But Saberlight's going to come in with his coil this time around to make sure that if the Queen of Pain decides to ping himself, he'll die for it. And this is a really important move. This is just the second dragon form of the game. Zibe is most likely going to die here. In fact, the orb, it looks like it didn't hit him, but doesn't matter. And now this is a tower, and if they can continue to transition it and take space away, this is exactly what you want to do, because your Naga Siren's farming anyways. So what you can do is just constantly have somebody down there to push it out. If anything, I'd like to see Saberlight go down here and constantly keep this lane pushed out, move Charlie up the top, and then have the Dragon Knight start to run towards top on his next dragon form and pressure that tower too. You want to pressure as much as you can to create as much space as you can for your Naga Siren, while simultaneously taking away the jungle.
If you're Alliance, you really need the safe lane tower to die then.
Which is why I think Saberlight being down here is a really good move. I think he has a good read on this game, because you don't want S4 to be able to just push this tower and then use his own strength to start running down lanes.
They even brought Era over just to ensure there was an extra helping hand here for Saberlight. And as a result, he kind of spoils Alliance's attempt at a gank.
And so now you can start bringing the DK up on his dragon form. And in fact, they bring Puck up. He's got coil. Like, maybe if they make this play on an Eco Baby, I think this would be really huge. They know that he's up there. He's going to get scouted.
Spot his coil out. Now, he does have a range drop protecting him against some of the damage. The coil's going to fade away in a couple of seconds here, but the silence lasts too long, so he has no chance to get away.
They will lose their safe lane tower, but I think if you get the kill on the Phantom Lancer, you're still accomplishing like similar things. And he baited himself. It was really cool because he didn't TP bottom, he walked there. And then he TP's top. That's what secures the kill. I think Saberlight played the last like minute and a half so well. And keep it in mind, like, I can call these plays because I have perfect information at all times, right? Like, I know where the vision is. I can slow down the game for myself, whereas these guys have to like constantly play. The presence of mind to not TP down there, to instead walk down there, then TP top after he shows himself, that's what allows them to get that tower and that kill for free on top of it. And this frees up the Dragon Knight's game to continue to farm too. Like, that one move is so cool. Like, I'm a big fan of that.
Tower is under attack.
Now, Naga Siren's going to head back down to bottom here, now that the tower is gone. Why is he playing on this side of the map rather than top?
I think he is under the assumption that they can't pressure back with the heroes that they have.
Okay. So in a way, he still wants to keep some control of his jungle and not concede it all, though, to Alliance?
Yeah.
Saberlight does manage to silence them, almost jumps to the orb, but the Reaper's Scythe cuts him down instead. Now he's dead for 40 seconds.
That was a little bit greedy. Probably didn't expect S4 to be there. I think he expected S4 to be at top.
Yeah.
Most of the time, once you lose a safe lane tower, guys, it's like your off laner will take the quote-unquote like unsafe farm, and that's where your safe lane used to be. It's no longer the area that you want to go to anymore.
Which is why it was surprising to see the Naga Siren go to bottom, right? Because that's supposed to be the more dangerous lane where everyone's going to be hanging out.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's a little different with the Naga Siren, who could just throw illusions down the lane and into the dangerous part of the jungle and have them farm up and put the actual hero in a safer part of that jungle.
You can see that S4 actually has the highest net worth in the game with the kill on that Puck.
Yeah, he's recovered really nicely.
He just kind of goes wherever he feels like.
Cask. Oh no, the Fisher! He's on the other side, but it's okay. They had the Echo Slam, they had the extra damage. She's going to die to the Maledict.
I think that looked pretty cool. It pushed him into the waiting arms of the Shaker to get the totem hit. You don't think so?
I mean, it looks cool. For sure.
Imagine if he somehow lived, though. That'd be pretty funny. Nice kill, though. Alliance are also making nice maneuvers. I think S4's... Like, I think everyone is where they should be right now on the side of Alliance.
S4 pushing out the mid lane because he's tanky and hard to kill. He's got his mech and tread, so getting a little pick off here on a Hanskin. Hanskin, who's hoping to build up into his Blink Dagger. It's going to be protected by a TP from S4. Now, S4 does not have Reaper Scythe, but Nico Baby can provide the damage that they need. That's why Supreme is going to try and guard him here. Stuns up the Necrophos just in case Reaper Scythe was back up.
But once again, I really feel like they're going to have Necrophos problems in this game.
Yeah, it seems like it. Seneko.
He's going to hold
He already
his...
used his teleport, so...
Even if he had it, he was so dead.
Yeah. Similar items on both sides. S4 has mech, so does Seneko.
I would really like Chicken Fighters to make a move together.
Use that next dragon form for something.
Like, they smoke 2-man, but I think you want to bring, like, one more hero. I think the Naga might be the bait or whatever, because they need a little bit more damage to kill S4, but you really want to punish this Necrophos. I feel like he's getting away with way too much.
He is certainly getting away with murder here, and they do have an extra hero. That's in the form of Seneko, but they actually did so much burst there thanks to Saberlight's puck. That's the advantage of having a puck off lane, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I noticed S4 does this, the treads into mech, but I thought that Grievous has a lot of utility this game. You get rid of the silence. If Era decides to go for an item for himself too, like the Spirit Vessel, which he 100% should, that's another Dispel. That way you don't have to build like Yule's +1 item, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so now they're making moves. Everyone is playing pretty well in this game, honestly. I think this is a pretty well-played game of Dota.
They're going to use that dragon form, get the kill on mid, and then rotate it into bottom lane, the last remaining tier 1 tower of Alliance.
Yeah, so now I think S4, he rotates, what, bottom? And he holds that line. And because he's still the hardest hero in the game to kill. Even though they killed him pretty easily there, he still has to kind of like...
That's just his job.
Yeah,
right? Your job is to slow down these pushes. It may cost you your life sometimes, but you got to keep doing your job.
Yes, because that's how, if nobody dies on the lanes, then, and nobody shows on the lanes at all, this is how you pressure the Phantom Lancer. Like, if S4 is not down here and they send somebody else, like the Witch Doctor wants to sit behind his Queen of Pain or his Earthshaker to get kills, which is exactly what they're doing. Like, look at this. And Nico Baby would just get hunted in his own jungle. What you're doing by making these moves is protecting your own jungle. You're doing these like little hit and run moves.
S4 is the neon sign. Hey, look at me. Come over here. Look at me.
But
look at Nico Baby. And they are going to look at him, and they're going to give him a hard, mean glare that it's going to turn into a kill here onto S4, unless somehow his team can bail him out. They're here now. There goes the Sonic Wave. S4 is actually still alive. Arrow's coming in from the side. The Reaper Scythe is going to be able to cut down the Dragon Knight. Saberlight, he's going to have to jump away, but into the waiting arms of Zibe. Now Era trying to get away with the battery assault, but Lim's going to jump onto him, slowing him down with a Shadow Strike. That's going to be 3 dead on the side of Chicken Fighters. They did eventually kill S4, and I'm sure they're happy for it, because with the extra regen, it was possible S4 could have lived.
They needed Era down there sooner for the kill on the Necrophos. When he pops Ghost Shroud, he gets obliterated by this level 4 battery assault. And for them not to be able to abuse that really hurts. We're going to see this move again. So you see Era, he's looping the long way, and it's going to take him way too long to get down here, because this should already be a kill. Like hook shot plus a few hits. The Nature's Prophet is not the hero that you want in this engagement.
They just thought to themselves, like, oh, we blew him up last time.
Yeah, nice counter rotation by Alliance. Good timing by them. Really good timing by them.
Yeah.
And again, S4 has to tank these deaths. Like, everyone will say, oh, S4, like, why are you there? Lol. But, you know, somebody has to show on the lanes to create space. Like, Nico Baby got a lot of damage on mid tower. Like, he's pressuring the map. Although if he dies here, this is gonna take away a lot of his space.
S4's sacrifice, all for naught. The coil's gonna fade away. The silence is almost done soup. The battery assault's gonna come out. That paralyzing casket's so devastating for them. Nico Baby, he managed to use a Phantom Rush onto the neutral creeps, but surely Saberlight's got him dead to rights. He should be able to just jump over with his silence and bring down Nico Baby. One of the rare times we could say that Nico Baby in the wrong part of the map, maybe.
Yeah, that was a rare misstep by him. Because now you're going to lose this tower, and S4's like, that cool move that Alliance just made, if you look at it, the gold lead just goes back the other way as a result of this. And in fact, it's Charlie that gets all the space during this time. Like, he has gained 1.5k of net worth, and his timing is going to be better.
I wonder how they got on top of them, because they had 2 aggressive wards on the side of Alliance. It would seem like that would be the safe place to farm if you're Nico Baby, but somehow they just ended up kind of all on top of him. Yeah, you could see the vision there.
Oh, Chicken Fighters. No, Supreme, go back.
Oh, Vampire Fangs, that's a big pickup. That's a classic.
It's really nice on certain heroes and just like feels terrible on others. Like when you get it on Bristleback, amazing, right? That's like a free mini Octarine for you. And when you get it on like, who is it? Necrophos even, pretty good.
When you get it on any of the junglers that don't naturally go Morbid Mask.
Yeah, Mars is quite nice.
Yeah.
It's like, it stacks. It works really well with your God's Rebuke. But an early Roche, and I think that they should 100% fight this on Alliance. They're going to get perfectly pinged out by that rocket. And Alliance, I mean, somebody's got a blind jump. I think Conskin doesn't have a blink, though.
And they're going to try and deal with this ward. They have to leave their vision up. Surely, you got to protect that. They're going to drop a sentry now, see the wards out. They're actually going to kill Chicken Fighter's vision. Chicken Fighter's not feeling comfortable enough to take the team fight.
Yeah, S4 is going to ping that is slow. It's always dangerous, though, going for it yourself because you're against a Naga Siren. And in fact, this is a really nice move by them. They're going to go for the mid tower instead and pressure this because the creeps are here. And a lot of the advantage that Chicken Fighters has in keeping this mid tower alive, which makes Roshan easier for them, is going to go away. So nice move by Alliance to pivot. I don't think they should go into the Roche pit. I think this is kind of a dangerous move for them. But they might just find Era, who's...
Era, wake up! Wake up! Oh, no.
He just kind of stood there.
He was asleep at the wheel. He was looking all around the map, but not at himself. Charlie might be able to take this tier 2 tower. You get the tower, they get to the deny.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
They're going to get a bunch of the bounty runes. And bottom, I think he's found out. But it doesn't matter. He was trying to get a little bit greedy and try to go for all 4 bounties. But I think that was a 2-for-2 split, or did he shovel one up or something on Earthshaker?
Yeah,
no, it was
like
2-for-2.
Nice job by Limp being able to get that deny in the top tower.
Limp almost has his Blink Dagger, right? Or he should have it now with the bounty rune, shouldn't he? Or not Limp,
Hanskin?
Hanskin. Yeah, he has it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's flowing on in. Okay. Curious. S4 is going for Radiance?
It's really good against Naga Siren and Nature's Prophet.
Okay.
But I almost feel like he needs... Okay, so the downside of going for this Radiance item is you have to build 3,800 net worth. So all of this net worth that he has right now is deceiving. It's not working for them at all.
Yeah, basically Chicken Fighters is up by 7k.
Yeah, exactly. And so if Alliance decide to take this fight and you lose it, you're going to lose like another 300, 200 net worth. And your timing is just going to all get messed up. As they're going to find a throw. If they can chain him here perfectly.
Massive. The hookshot comes in. They're trying to stop it, but the Reaper's Scythe is there. They've blown everything they have, but they got the big boy killed.
And they got a DD. They can go in for the
Era's dead. Limp's going to push forward with Hanskin as well to see if they can find anybody else. There's nobody there. Okay, let's go do Roshan.
Oh, that was perfect. Could not ask for a better setup for Alliance.
No.
That was really, really well done. Good chaining. So he's going to check, and I think he's going to try to snipe this Roche. I would personally try it.
Yeah.
It's worth the attempt.
Feels like we're in a bit desperate moment, but the Fissure into a lot of damage. Saberlight is going to use his Essence Ring and jump away to his orb, or not. He's been Yule Scepter, won't be able to jump away. He's going to be caught here. He has Coil, he has another orb, but the Quap's going to follow him, as is Hanskin.
That was so well done by Hanskin and Limp. For them to go up there, good presence of mind, and they're saying like, no, we cannot allow him to try at all for this, and they punish him with the death. This Roshan and the kill that they found, the accompanying kill on the Naga Siren, meant a lot, because now S4 gets to spend that gold. He built up, he was at like 3,400, now he's got 4.4k. He's going to get this Radiance without any sort of issue if he wants it. Like completely uncontested, really good item against the Naga Siren.
Now, all that advantage that Chicken Fighters had, it was 3k earlier, now it's actually to the advantage of Alliance, and Alliance is going to start taking towers with this Aegis. So a lot of net worth is going to go their way. Plus, they're way up in experience now.
Yeah, the last 2 engagements, like when they scouted out the Roche attempt and then took the mid tower into finding the Naga Siren on a smoke, securing the Aegis, and grabbing the puck kill to accompany it, that was... You could not, as a fan, ask for a better, like, 2 minutes. It's a really fun series to watch.
Really is. The smoke up from 4 of Chicken Fighters. They feel like they need to pull this game back into their favor by using this aggressive smoke, getting onto Alliance's side of the map. They get the right pick off or team fight here. They can turn it into a tower. They found Nico Baby. Not the ideal kill, only because he has an Aegis, and it looks like all their advantages had been spoiled. They're actually going to be able to jump over and grab Zibe. He's dead. If they can get more picks, it'd be nice, but Nico Baby is already laying into the Naga Siren. He's been burned out of his mana. Oh no, Charlie! He's going to get bursted down just like that. Oh, Zibe with the buyback there. I like that, even though it's not going to be used. He sees a team fight going on. He sees an opportunity to turn the team fight, and he uses that buyback, even if it's not effective. And now that Radiance is up, as long as S4 is able to spend like just 2 or 3 minutes of farming, then this somewhat greedy build is not going to be punished at all. He'll be able to build up a pipe. He'll be super tanky, no problem. And then they've got an answer to the Naga Siren. At which point, Blitz, do you think that Alliance has a continual advantage going late?
On Alliance?
Because it feels like to me the combined power of a Phantom Lancer and a Necrophos that has this farm, has this build, will just get bigger and stronger against a Naga Siren.
Yeah, I think so. I think they have pretty good heroes to deal with it. I think Chicken Fighters played really well, but I did think Alliance had the better lineup, because I don't think this Necrophos is going to get dealt with very easily when his entire team is around him. Yeah. You're going to read that out?
Yeah. So AUI sent us a very nice DM, and he said earlier when we were talking about the Naga Siren farming bottom, I hope AUI is okay with this, it said the Naga wants access to the Ancients.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That makes sense.
Which is what we've been talking about, the difference between Radiance and Dire is that like some people have been taking Dire so they can have access to both Ancients, because a triangle, you never really lose control of it unless it's a totally lost game, and you naturally invade into the Radiant jungle and therefore take that part. Naga Siren was playing against that move. She's saying, I want to hold on to some of this jungle. I want to hold on to this Ancient camp.
Cool call. Thank you, Curtis, for the info. I'm sure our viewers appreciate it too.
Yeah, shout out to AUI. He's a beast.
He really is. And I think, like, I remember that one time he got into that flame war with Loda, and then he ended up having... AUI had, like, the best all-time, like, PL stats or something.
I don't remember this.
This was back in, like, TI3 era.
Really?
TI2, yeah, when AUI was playing carry.
Move around, 9 to 14, 26 minutes in, a 2,000 net worth lead. I swear to God, Blitz, it still gets me sometimes that, like, I feel like we're definitely in the mid game and about to go late, and it's only 26 minutes in.
It does feel as though Dota, like, tempo-wise, has just been sped up like crazy. It's also because of things like bounty runes and just, like, the passive gold being better and stuff like that.
Neutral items give everyone a bump up in power as well.
Exactly. So it just feels as though Dota's, like, become such a faster game than what we're used to.
Jump into the bottom lane. Looks like Hanskin is very far forward.
Yes, sir. And maybe they pressure S4 here.
Should be careful, though. They showed 2 bottom.
They're all teaming up here.
Try and come and fight here. S4. And Saberlight. Oh, no! The Yule Scepter from Limp. Is that going to bail out S4?
No, I think S4's still
got totally caught.
And he has absolutely nothing to purge this
Spirit Vessel, right?
Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah, this item's gonna... It's gonna cause him a lot of problems.
Do you think he should complete the pipe or the Greaves first? Oh, the rocket! Okay, that was quite it. Nico still managed to get the kill. The Sonic Wave goes out. Sineko, he's almost dead. The last couple of shots from Nico Baby are not going to be there in time. He managed to TP out. Now push back with the Ensnare on top of Nico Baby. The Dragon Tail stun is there as well. He managed to Doppelganger before the Breathe Fire. And it looks like Nico Baby is going to be fine here. Chicken Fighters, back-to-back victories there. They managed to get the kill bottom, quickly swerve over to top lane.
They're still
get the kill on
staying
S4, and they're going to stick around. They might be able to get this kill on Nico Baby. Oh, Doppelganger, silence up. Saberlight, though, out of mana. Uh-oh, they've gone too far. The song goes out, trying to allow them to reset. Good call by Charlie.
Really good call by Charlie. At that point, the fight is over. If you don't get the orb hit, Nico Baby was able to get his Doppelganger off, and you don't want to commit that far into the base against an Earthshaker. That's when fights start to get really messy. You need to learn how to draw the line. And Chicken Fighters is also playing like a pretty veteran team. I like this game a lot right now. I think both teams are making some pretty smart moves.
Yeah, it felt like this game could have just snowballed. Once Alliance had got that Roshan and stuff, it felt like, oh, if Chicken Fighters doesn't make any moves right now, the game may just snowball into the Alliance camp. But they made a nice move. Now they brought the net worth back onto their side, and we see a possibility here of oh, Supreme is actually going to be going for a Radiance as well. So maybe they won't get outscaled terrifically by Alliance. DK has become quite the late game fighter. That's another thing. Sometimes you get just used to the way things are in Dota for so long. You know, Dragonite, mid-game hero, will eventually fall off, but there's been enough buffs to that guy between Talents and Aghanim Scepter that opportunities arise.
Doesn't get hit by the first stun, so they know that he went downwards.
Teleporting, Eul Scepter catches him. And that will be the end for Sneko's Hanskin.
He's gonna TP out, he's okay.
Okay, no hits in the enchant totem. Man, Hanskin had that really timed out nicely.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna get out. They're chasing S4 though. They're trying to find him on the map, but I think this move might be a little bit too late now. Everyone has already begun to connect to him.
Do they have... So they have one Spirit Vessel charge. They have Dream Coil.
Do I think they can kill this without getting punished?
If he doesn't pop Hood and they just Dragon Tail stun him and drop everything, it might be close. But I think if he gets off his ability, like if he gets off even just Hood, I don't think they burst him fast enough. And then he gets off at least Ghost Shroud and Mech, even if he's got Spirit Vessel, will give him a little bit of a bumper.
I'm gonna look at the other results real fast for today, since we have this like brief.
This is the most important match because it does affect everybody else. Basically, if Alliance does win this series, it makes all the currently 2 and 4 teams out of contention for playing. Yeah, because they'll have 4 wins
then too.
So they will just lock it. It'll be these 2 teams in the playoffs alongside.
Yeah, Unique, Navi, and NIP are all like crossing their. They're saying, "Chicken Fighters, you're the team."
And then at that point, if Alliance does lose, it even comes down to how many games they lose, or how many games they win against Chicken Fighters in a losing series. Okay, we now got the AoE Shadow Strike for Limp, level 20, going Shivas, lots and lots of AoE damage. An Aghanim Scepter being built by Saberlight. Which is always nice against both BKB cores and even just increasing the cold duration against somebody like Phantom Lancer. But Nico Baby has gone a really nice build in protecting himself against these initiations. He's got Satanic, he's got SY, he's going to shrug off these disables, so they have to keep on throwing him down. The song goes out, and Nico Baby, he's still up, he doppelgangers away, and they've lost their opportunity. He's now out, and everybody from Chicken Fighter is going to have to retreat.
Nico Baby is still really low, but I think they messed that up a little.
Yeah, what the song came in and then got canceled pretty quickly by Charlie.
I think somebody was screaming, probably Saberlight, like, I think he's coiled. Yeah. Just kill him.
You even see him, he says sorry.
I think they had that kill.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, it's little mistakes like that.
They get that kill, then they can push down mid, maybe take the tier 2.
Get some control for the next Roshan.
Yeah, Roshan is coming up soon, 15 seconds.
Wow, so Neko's getting really tanky, by the way. He's going to be a pretty good answer to a lot of this damage. He's going for the everything build.
All the auras.
Everything you can think of, baby.
So he will have Crimson Guard up next, a great answer to Phantom Lancer. Already has the pipe. He's about to finish off this tier 2 with the Siege Wagon push that's coming in. Meanwhile, on the other side, Alliance are taking that tier 1. So we're going to have a trade-off.
Boom! There it goes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're going to scout out Roche.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Nico Baby's just going to go in and grab it immediately.
Oh, it was a bit of a close one, but Supreme. He's got the level 20 talent now. He went for the CDR so he can have Dragon Form up more often.
That's a real Nico Baby.
That is, and he just pushed forward, no cares.
Bottom tower.
Dual Scepter. Supreme does have a BKB. He's going to turn and pop it. He managed to get the Dragon Tail stun onto Nico Baby. He's going to be pushed over the Fissure. He pops the Dragon Form. He actually took so much damage still. He needs to be able to get away, and Charlie will assist in that with the Song of Siren. Seneko immediately going for the back door in the bottom lane. Limp will follow him in this. He sees exactly what he's up to, and he's going to counteract Seneko as quick as
Should
possible.
they fight, though? Limp is now out of the fight. I feel like Limp means a little bit more, but...
And if anything, the tier 3 may still fall, because Limp's trying to chase down Seneko, doesn't get him, and the Siege Wagon is laying into the tower.
Did it miss high ground?
It missed high ground once, and that allows Limp to be able to get the deny. That is
Now
unlucky.
they don't have Dragon Form, though. This is probably the biggest spell right now for Chicken Fighters. It's going to be on cooldown in a sec.
So you're going to have like a 40-second window to just go do Roshan. Do you rush it no matter what?
I think what Chicken Fighters should do is pressure bottom
Okay.
to stop them from being able to do that. You need to buy time.
Try and put them in a stalemate right
Exactly. You need to buy time right now. You can't allow Alliance to just park up. I think you should bring like the Puck here too, so that they have another mobile hero, and this will force a lot of heroes back, and they're already doing that right now.
now. Chicken Fighters saying,
Well
if
done.
you do Roshan right now, we
will
will
lose
take
Rax.
bottom lane Rax.
Really cool move by them.
So they're going to have to back up, and all this does is Chicken Fighters are just looking for time. But Alliance see this play, and they see an opportunity to smoke and force a fight right now, while they know the Dragon Form is still on cooldown for a few more seconds. Fissure goes out, hits Saberlight, follow up, Enchant Totem doesn't get Phase Shift Dodge, and he has an orb coming up, as well as the silence. He blinks over. Saberlight, can he actually get away? Tries to blow up the creep wave on his way out. Looks like he's good.
That was very well done by Chicken Fighters to recover that situation. And good situational awareness from Nico Baby too, to just kind of walk in and start that. But now they don't have Coil, so they had to expend another ulti, but they have Song back and they have Dragon Form back, which I think Dragon Form is probably a little bit more important.
And they've got Aghanim Scepter on the Puck too, with Dream Coil coming back in 10 seconds. So
Yeah, this was really nicely done. Just a fun game to watch, honestly.
yeah, a lot of little cool maneuvers by both teams. A butterfly now for Nico Baby. He's getting perilously close to that untouchable status that many PLs get to. The level 25 talent will be even harder. He's going to go straight for that Roshan. No pressure in the bottom lane to deter Alliance right now, but there's every opportunity for Chicken Fighters to take this fight. They just need to get into the Roshan pit. He spotted out. Eric gets in the Rocket Flare. They realize they're going to have to go now.
And this is really awkward, just because you don't want to get it too low. Saberlight's going to get gone on.
Jump over to the side. Alliance, if they can, they'll take the fight outside of the Roshan pit.
And they're going to lose 4 bounties,
stolen.
and this bottom lane is still pushing out. Like, they have to be pretty quick about this. I mean, they're pinging this area. You either have to all-in commit or you don't.
Yeah, Alliance, you have to go for it now and pop BKB to pick up the Aegis, or you're going to get songed.
This is so awkward. They're going to go back, and this might just open up Roshan now for Chicken Fighter. Seneko has done a really good job at delaying. S4 is going to do the same and just come back in. They're actually holding this pretty nicely from Alliance, too.
Yeah, Limp only.
I don't think Limp, he blinked forward, right? He didn't use his TP. Really smart.
Yeah. So he can now still join the team because they do have control of the outpost. So he can still join his team for the team fight once they think it's time.
It's just an odd stalemate going on from both sides. You could see both teams think that whoever gets this next Aegis is in the winning position, and they would be correct.
Yeah, Aegis and Cheese would be pretty massive for either side, right? Cheese going over to like S4 or the DK while the Aegis is picked up by the carry would be really big. The Radiance, Chicken Fighters have stalled really nicely. Now they have a big damage upgrade in Supreme's Radiance. And maybe they have an opportunity to take Roshan themselves. They have the advantage of having a Naga Siren. They're just going to full on commit while Roshan is low here. And if anybody gets close, they can pop the Sun, but it's not necessary. Aegis and Cheese picked up. Oh, and Nico Baby just popped the Doppelganger and jumped in. Charlie pops the Song. They're going to reset up here. He's about to get his Doppelganger back up, so Nico Baby might be able to jump out. In fact, oh, did he just dodge it? I think he did. S4, he missed the coil. Now the time. Oh, no. Oh, the Echo slam it. Nails Saberlight with the Reaper Scythe right next to it. Charlie trying to limp away. He has the Aegis here, but what
he
a
doesn't have
disaster.
Song.
Supreme's going to go for the TP out, and the Naga Siren's going to be left behind. They're going to surround him on the second life. No chance of getting away here. Blowing him up with all that damage. Seneko does do some good damage at top lane, though. Another tier 3.
But he's going to probably die for this too.
They need vision. They don't have anything. Oh, no. Zibe, I think, tried to put the Death Ward inside for vision,
Which
for the
then
Yule
forced,
there.
there wasn't enough unit size.
Yeah, so I think it got bumped out.
Oh, no.
I think that's twice now he tried it, and it keeps on getting bumped out.
Radiant
Well,
structures are
still really, really good fight for Alliance, but that missed coil and the song aggressively, I feel like you only want to use it when Nico Baby pops a Satanic or something like that.
Yeah.
Radiant
To use it to set up when he's already committed inside your fountain, when you're not trying to go for anything else, and like Clockwork's not scouting Earthshaker or anything, just feels like a waste for me.
Funny part was that was an opportunity, right? He doppelgangered in right as the Aegis was
And
picked
so
up.
why song at that point?
Yeah, at that point you just like, oh, there's only 3 Phantom Lancers
Just go
there.
fight 'em.
Just fight it.
Coil him, go all in for a brief fire to find out which one the real one is. If he pops his Satanic at that point and you're really concerned about it, then you can pop the song and reset.
But Charlie was scared. I think he thought there was a lot more people around the pit, and maybe they were just going to use a defensive song. They hemmed and hawed, not sure what to do, and by the time they dropped it, he had Doppelganger back up for Nico Baby.
Yeah, that was the worst of all the options that they could have gone for.
Yeah.
But Nico Baby aggression pays off, and he is so much more farmed than everybody else now.
Oh, he really is. Even Limp is over this Naga Siren now. That's crazy. Hell, at this point, Seneko might end up the most farmed on the side of Chicken Fighters. This game keeps going this way, but he has been caught here. And they'll Reaper Sight to make sure there's no chance.
The problem with his build, too, is it's really nice for the mid-game, but he has absolutely no way to deal with any of these heroes anymore. Like, this isn't a killing build. This is a team fight oriented build that's supposed to help him fight and get his teammates a little bit ahead, but they're really starting to run out on damage right now. They're going to go in on S4.
S4, Dragon Tail, but he already popped the Ghost Shroud. He's going to take a good amount of magic damage here, but he will survive through all these hits and have an opportunity. Oh, yeah, go slam it at Sonic Wave! A Hanskin Limp, the Swedish duo comes in and just crushes Chicken Fighters. Supreme, Era, they're all falling, and that is going to be a wipe for the ages there as Alliance can just go down mid.
I think that's just the game. They just can't bring S4. Yeah, they're just gonna call it.
Says there's no way.
There's no way.
We can't come back from that. Hanskin.
He just sat on him. I win the game, regardless of if that echo had happened or not. I think they got probably too far behind at that point.
Yeah.